2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jerry Warrington, Jim Barnes, and Ed Ferris in the Columbia State College Gymnasium for the finals of the Region 5 Small School Tournament. And leading up to this tournament, it's Waynesboro against Culleoka tonight. Culleoka defeated Linville by a score of 50-22 in the first round of the Region 5 tournament, and then defeated Hohenwald 67-53 to gain this berth in the tournament. For Waynesboro, it was Waynesboro over Flintville 40-33 in the first round, and over Collingwood last night in an overtime situation 43-41. So it's Waynesboro and Culleoka in the finals of the Region 5 Small School Tournament. Both of these teams will go into the state sub-state tournament, which will be at Columbia Central High School on Monday night. And I believe they play two teams from another region, and we do not know who they are, but the two winners then on Monday night go on to the state tournament later in the week. Our starting lineups in a game tonight, which is being brought to you by Barnett Motor Company, by GT Automotive, a Sears Store, Sue's Fabric Center, the East Side Cafe, Shawnee Furniture Company, Mathis Hardware, Nut Brothers Garage, and Warrington's Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society. For Culleoka, Coach McMillan's team at guard will be Wavon Smith, number 52, Cindy Brown, number 41, Vicki Parrish, number 21. In the forward positions, it will be Thelma Osborne, number 23, who is an awful big girl down there, Jim. And number 51, Mary Ruth Harwell, is another big girl, and Pam Hubble, number 43. For Waynesboro's, Guy Buchanan's Wildkittens will be at guard Sherry Cruz, number 11, Sherry Brown, number 24, and Dolores Dooley, number 33. The forward positions, Sherry Walker, number 15, Kathy Cole, number 23, and Susan Dooley, number 25. Ed, what do you think about the game tonight? We have seen Culleoka twice this week. On Monday night, they didn't show us much, but last night they showed us against Hohenwald that they have what it takes to be a good team. It looks like they played just well enough to win usually. Is that the way you saw it?
It looks that way, so they don't seem to try to run a score on out there. They just keep ahead and just try to stay that way.
We look for a good game. As we said before, Culleoka has some big girls. Number 23, Thelma Osborne, she looks to be well over 6 foot. Number 51, Mary Ruth Harwell, is no little girl at all. She is, for you listeners, if you would compare with Susan Dooley and Karen Warrington in size. On the guard ends, I don't see their two big guards, but I believe it's Wavon Smith, number 52, and Vicki Parrish, number 21, I believe is their two big guards. And they're sitting in the floor over here, so we really can't tell about their size just yet. But Culleoka does have 4 big girls, 2 on each end of the floor, and Waynesboro, I'm afraid, is going to have to rely on speed tonight in order to stay in this game with Culleoka.
Speed and outside shooting is what it looks like.
And we'll be back with the opening tip-off after a word from our sponsor. We're ready to go, and it's tipped out and it's controlled by Vicki Parrish for Culleoka. Gives it down to Hubble, over to Harwell, and it's to Osborne. Osborne turns, fires one off the rim. Sherry Cruz comes out with a rebound, gets it down to Kathy Cole. Cole is being guarded by Cindy Brown. It's over to Walker, to Dooley. Dooley turns, fires one, good. With the ball now is Harwell for Culleoka. Gives it over to Osborne. Osborne puts up another long one, no good. Sherry Brown out with a rebound. Gives it to Sherry Cruz. Cruz comes down, dribbling, gets it across to Kathy Cole. Cole dribbling outside, gives it over to Dooley. Whistle. Foul is on Kathy Cole. She just ran over Cindy Brown. First personal, first team foul. Culleoka's Parrish gives it in to Smith. Back over to Parrish. Parrish gets it down floor. Osborne slapped loose. And across the line was Sherry Cruz. It'll be Culleoka's ball. It'll be given in by Hubble. Gives it in to Harwell. Back over to Hubble, over to Hubble. Hubble on the side. Holds, gives it to Osborne. Osborne wanting to drive, puts a shot up, and it's no good. And coming down with it is Sherry Brown to Dolores Dooley, and she throws it directly into the hands of Vicki Parrish. Gets it back across floor to Pam Hubble. It's over to Harwell. Back to Hubble, to Osborne. Osborne's shot this time is good, and we have a tie ball game. 2-2. Kathy Cole gives it in to Sherry Walker. Walker, long shot, bounces off. Kathy Cole puts it back up. It's no good. Susan Dooley tips it out to Walker. Walker's shot is good. Waynesboro 4, Culleoka 2. Mary Ruth Harwell with the ball. Dribbles, gives it over to Hubble, over to Osborne. Osborne's shot is no good. And Harwell puts it back up, and it's good. Mary Ruth Harwell ties the score at 4-4. Kathy Cole gives it to Sherry Walker, over to Susan Dooley. Dooley shoots from outside, and it's no good, and it's rebounded by Smith. Gives it over to Parrish. Parrish gets it down floor to Osborne. Osborne drives, gives it back out to Hubble, over to Harwell. Harwell turns, and it's no good. Osborne puts it back through for 2. Culleoka 6, Waynesboro 4. Kathy Cole to Sherry Walker. Walker dribbling. It's over to Susan Dooley. Dooley wanting to drive. Comes all the way down, puts it up. It's no good, and the foul is on Levon Smith. The first personal, the first team foul. And let's take a word from our sponsor. All right, Dooley will go to the foul line with 2 free throws. Takes her time. First one is up, and it's good. Culleoka 6, Waynesboro 5. She has another one. Second one is good. And again, the score is tied 6-6. Brown gets it down to Harwell. Mary Ruth Harwell. Dribbles, gives it across to Hubble, over to Osborne. Osborne turns, 2 points. 8-6, Culleoka. Sherry Walker with the ball. Puts up a one outside shot, good, and again it's tied. 8-8, 3:45 left in the first quarter. The officials tonight is Eugene Crowell and Phil Roser. Harwell with the ball, dribbling. Gives it over to Hubble. Long shot, no good. Coming out with it is Dolores Dooley to Sherry Brown, down to Kathy Cole. Cole wanting to drive, check, gives it to Walker. Walker puts up one, no good, gets her own rebound, tries again. It's no good, and Dooley and Smith will jump. Wilvon Smith, Susan Dooley tie the ball up. It's tipped out to Sherry Walker. Walker outside, head of the key, dribbles, comes down the sideline, gives it over to Dooley. Dooley turns, it's no good. Tipped out again to Walker. It's over to Kathy Cole. And 52, Wilvon Smith is called for holding. Second personal, second team foul. Kathy Cole will give it in bounds. It gives it in to Dooley. Dooley puts up a jumper, good. Waynesboro 10, Culleoka 8. Hubble gives it to Harwell. Far end of the floor. Harwell dribbles, goes into the corner, gives it back over to Hubble. And it's intercepted by Dolores Dooley to Sherry Cruz. Cruz back over to Dolores Dooley, down floor to Sherry Walker. Walker over to Kathy Cole. Back over to Walker. Walker shoots from outside, no good. Gets her own rebound, tries again, good. 12-8, and let's take a word from our sponsor. Harwell with the ball, gives it over to Hubble. Back over to Osborne. Osborne into the corner. Dribbles, lost the ball, picks it back up, gives it to Hubble. It's over to Harwell. Over to Hubble, to Osborne. Osborne's shot is good. 12-10. Waynesboro lead. Dooley to Cole. Over to Walker. Walker holds outside, gives it to Cole. It's over to Dooley. To Cole. Cole under to Walker, under the basket. Good. 14-10. A minute 30 left in the first quarter. Hubble with the ball. A long shot. Good. 14-12. Kathy Cole comes down with the ball. Gives it over to Sherry Walker. Walker wanting to drive. She's checked by Vicki Parrish. Gives it over to Kathy Cole. Whistle. Foul is Susan Dooley. Has just ran over Yvonne Smith. Vicki Parrish will give it in bounds. It's into Smith. Gets it down floor to Harwell. Mary Ruth Harwell. It's over to Osborne. Hooks, no good. Sherry Cruz with a rebound to Dolores Dooley. Lost the ball. It's picked up by Hubble. Slapped loose again by Dooley, but Hubble gets it back. Hubble goes to the head of the key, dribbling, gives it over to Harwell with 47 seconds left in the quarter. It's to Osborne. Osborne's shot this time is good, and we again have a tie ball game. 14-14. Kathy Cole over to Walker to Susan Dooley. Dooley wanting to drive and has her shot blocked. And Kathy Cole has drawn a second personal. Third team foul. Vicki Parrish will give the ball in bounds. And it's stolen by Kathy Cole. It'll be Waynesboro's ball. Out of bounds as Vicki Parrish was standing outside of bounds and tied Kathy up. It's over to Sherry Walker to Susan Dooley. Dooley's shot is good. And Waynesboro 16-14. 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Culleoka with the ball. It's over to Hubble. Hubble. Over to Harwell. Harwell. Back to Hubble. Hubble a long one. No good. And she gets her own rebound. And it's no good as the whistle blows in the first quarter. It's Waynesboro 16, Culleoka 14. We're ready to go. Susan Dooley and Thelma Osborne jump to start the action. Second quarter, Waynesboro with a 2-point lead. It's tipped out and it's controlled by Parrish for Culleoka. Gives it over to Hubble, to Harwell. Harwell on the side, back over to Hubble. It's to Osborne. Osborne wanting to drive. Pass it back out to Hubble, over to Harwell. Back to Hubble. Hubble a long one. It'll be off to the side. Sherry Cruz gets a rebound to Sherry Brown. Down floor to Kathy Cole. Cole gives it over to Walker. An outside shot off, no good. Coming out with it is Yvonne Smith. Gives it over to Brown. Down floor to Parrish, who gets it across the timeline to Osborne. And Sherry Brown has just drawn a first personal. Fourth team foul. Hubble gives it into Harwell. Back over to Hubble, to Harwell. Harwell at the head of the key, back to Hubble. Hubble holds on the side. Goes into the corner. Puts up one from in the corner that's clear over. It's into Dooley's hands, but she loses the ball. It's picked up by Harwell. Harwell gives it back to Hubble. It's over to Osborne. Osborne shoots from 12 foot. It'll no good. Sherry Brown with the rebound. And she is tied up, has the ball taken away. And walking with it is Thelma Osborne, so it'll be Waynesboro's ball. Sherry Cruz will give it in bounds. It gives it into Dooley, back to Cruz, down floor to Walker. Walker dribbles, gives it over to Cole. Back to Dooley. Dooley back out to Walker. Walker over to Cole. Cole shoots outside, no good, gets her own rebound. Gives it to Walker. Walker over to Dooley. Dooley shoots from outside, it's no good. And coming out with it is Smith, gives it over to Brown, who gets it down floor to Harwell, and Coach McMillan wants timeout. We'll take a word from our sponsor. We're ready to go. Pam Hubble will give it inbounds. It's sent to Mary Ruth Harwell, back to Hubble. Hubble dribbles, gives it over to Harwell. Back to Hubble. Hubble holds on the side. Dribbles, goes all the way down to the corner. Puts up a shot from 20 foot. No good. Osborne gets the rebound, puts it back up, and it's no good. Sherry Cruz, foul number 2. A 2-shot foul. Osborne will go to the foul line with 2 free throws. Takes her time. The first one is no good. She has a second one. And it is up and good. 16-15. Dooley with the ball, gives it to Cruz, over to Kathy Cole. Cole turns, gives it off to Dooley to head of the key, back over to Walker. Walker over to Dooley. Back to Cole. Cole to Walker. Walker holding outside. Walker dribbles, goes into the corner, gives it back out to Cole. It's over to Dooley. Dooley turns, puts a shot up, good. 18-15, Whitesboro by 3. The biggest lead out of the game. It's been tied 5 times here. Osborne hooks it across to Hubble. Hubble's shot is no good. Brown gets it for Whitesboro. Gives it across to Dooley, to Sherry Cruz, to Kathy Cole. Cole lost the ball, and it's picked up by Dooley. Gives it to Walker. Back to Cole. Cole almost lost her knee pads that time. It's over to Walker, to Dooley. Dooley turns, shoots, no good. Kathy Cole puts it back up, good. Her first points out of the game. 20-15, Whitesboro now by 5. Harwell with the ball. Gives it to Hubble right under the basket, good. 20-17. Sherry Walker over to Susan Dooley. Dooley shoots from outside, good. 22-17. 3:15 left in the first half. With the ball is Harwell. Harwell dribbles, walks with the ball, and it'll be Waynesboro's ball. And let's take a word from our sponsor. Passes into Dooley to Sherry Cruz, down floor to Susan Dooley, and she is fouled by LaVon Smith, foul number 3. Kathy Cole will give it in for Waynesboro. It's into Sherry Walker. Walker dribbles, gives it over to Susan Dooley. Dooley back to Cole, slap loose, pick Cole gets it back. And she is fouled by number 41. They say no, it's third personal on Kathy Cole. And on the foul line is Thelma Osborne with 1 and 1 for Culleoka. And it's no good. Dolores Dooley gets the rebound, has it slapped loose, gets it again, gives it to Sherry Brown. It's over to Cole, to Walker. Walker outside, gives it over to Dooley. A long one, no good. And Kathy Cole and Cindy Brown will jump. The ball is tied up The Waynesboro basket is tipped out to Sherry Walker. Walker shoots outside, no good. Gets her own rebound, dribbles, comes all the way down, puts it up. It's no good. Whistle. And Yvonne Smith gets foul number 4. Susan Dooley will go to the foul line. No, it'll be in bounds. This is not a 1-and-1. Kathy Cole has a substitute in. And they're going to move a guard down to forward. Mary Ruth Harwell will come to guard. Going in at forward is Kathy Duggar. Passes in to Sherry Walker now. Walker puts up a shot from outside. Bounces good. 24-17. Osborne with the ball. Over to Hubble, to Duggar. Back to Hubble. Hubble, a long shot. No good. She gets her own rebound. Gives it over to Duggar. Duggar to Osborne. Slapped out. And it'll go out of bounds. It'll be Culleoka's ball. It's into Osborne. Osborne wanting to drive. Gives it over to Hubble, to Osborne. Good. 24-19. Sherry Walker with the ball for Waynesboro. Puts up an outside shot off the rim. No good. Coming out with the rebound is Parrish. Interception. And it's jump ball. Kathy Cole and Cindy Brown. Jump, it's tipped out, and it'll be controlled by Harwell. Harwell gets it down to Osborne. It's over to Hubble. Hubble to Duggar. Duggar back to Hubble, to Osborne. Osborne gives it over to Hubble, back to Duggar. It's to Hubble, to Osborne. Osborne turns, good. 24-21. Lead is cut to 3. It's over to Kathy Cole, back to Susan Dooley. Out of bounds. Pass over Kathy Cole's head. Mary Ruth Harwell will give it in bounds. Gets it in to Brown, back to Harwell. Over to Parrish, down floor to Hubble. Over to Duggar. 42 seconds left in the half. Waynesboro leads by 3. It's over to Duggar. Duggar will dribble outside. They'll play for the one shot. To Hubble. Over to Osborne. Osborne wants to drive. Puts a shot up. No good. And Sherry Cruz draws foul number 3. Osborne will go back to the foul line with 2 free throws. 25 seconds left in the first half. The first one is good. 24-22. Neither team has hit from the field this quarter. Second shot good. 24-23. It's Waynesboro by 1. Sherry Cruz gives it in to Dolores Dooley. Dooley gets it down to Kathy Cole. Cole dribbles, comes around, gives it to Dooley under the basket. Good. 26-23. Duggar with the ball. It's over to Hubble. It's to Osborne. Osborne. Interception. And it's down to Sherry Cruz, to Sherry Walker, and there's a whistle. It's Waynesboro 26 and Culleoka 23. All right, the scoring in the first half for Culleoka is Thelma Osborne with 17 points. Mary Ruth Harwell has 4, and Pam Hubble has 2. Culleoka has hit 10 of 25 from the field for 40%, and 3 out of 5 from the foul line. For Waynesboro, it's Susan Dooley with 14, Sherry Walker 10, Kathy Cole 2. Waynesboro has hit 12 out of 28 for 43%, and they've hit 2 of 2 at the foul line. Waynesboro with 2 girls in foul trouble. Kathy Cole has 3. Sherry Cruz has 3. For Culleoka, they only have one girl that has a foul, and that is Yvonne Smith, and she has 4. But what about the turnovers and rebounds, Ed?
Well, they go like this. Culleoka had 11 rebounds while turning the ball over 5 times. Waynesboro rebounded 15 times and turned the ball over 7.
All right, the score at halftime, Waynesboro 26, Culleoka 23. We'll be back with the second half after this message. We're ready to go, second half. Susan Dooley and Thelma Osborne will jump to start the action. They're trying to get the score clock set back right. They had 18 minutes on it instead of 7. Now we're ready to go. Waynesboro with a 3-point lead, 26-23, and is tipped out. Whistle. And Sherry Walker is into the circle before the ball was tossed, so it'll be Culleoka's ball. Pam Hubble will gives it in to Duggar. Back over to Hubble. To Duggar. Back to Hubble. It's over to Osborne. Osborne shoots from outside. No good. Dolores Dooley gets a rebound. Gives it to Sherry Cruz. Down floor to Kathy Cole. Cole. Across to Walker. Back to Cole. Puts up a long one. Good. 4 points now for Cole. 28-23. Osborne with the ball for Culleoka. Drives, puts a shot up. It's no good. Sherry Cruz gets it and loses it to Duggar. It's over to Osborne. Osborne, another shot, and it's good. 28-25. Walker with the ball, dribbles, gives it over to Cole. It's back to Dooley. Dooley turns, goes all the way down. Her shot is good, and Harwell draws the foul. First personal, first team foul in the half. Dooley will have one free throw. 30-25. Takes her time on the line. This one is up and it's good. 31-25. Waynesboro lead. Stolen by Sherry Walker on an interception. Puts up an outside shot. It's no good. Gets her own rebound. Whistle. No, it's over to Cole. Cole's shot is no good. And whistle. The foul this time is Sherry Walker. The first personal. The first team foul in the half. Mary Ruth Harwell will give the ball in bounds. Long pass down floor to Osborne. Osborne dribbles. Gives it across to Duggar. Back out to Hubble. Over to Osborne. Osborne dribbling outside. Hit of the key. Puts a shot up and it's good. She has 21 points now. 31-27 the score. Sherry Walker over to Kathy Cole. Back to Dooley, to Cole. Across to Walker. Over to Dooley. Across to Cole. To Walker. To Dooley, under the basket. No good. Kathy Cole gets it, loses it, picks it back up, and walks with the ball. Culleoka's ball. Mary Ruth Harwell will give it inbounds on the sideline. Duggar over to Osborne. Over to Duggar. Duggar back out to Osborne. Osborne dribbling. Comes down. Gives it back out to Hubble. Hubble puts up a long one. Good. (31-29). Kathy Cole with the ball. Dribbles, goes all the way down with a layup and 2 points. 33-29. Osborne with the ball outside, holds, takes her time. Now she dribbles, comes down to the free throw line, puts it on in. 23 points for Hubble. 33-31 the score. Sherry Walker with the ball. Gives it over to Dooley under the basket. Good. 35-31. Osborne with the ball now for Culleoka. Goes into the corner. Puts a shot up. It bounces. Good. 35-33. Walker over to Cole. Cole holds. Gives it over to Dooley. Dooley turns, gives it off to Walker. Walker puts up a long one. Good. And let's take a word from our sponsor. Osborne with the ball. Dribble. Gives it over to Hubble. Hubble a long one. No good. Gets her own rebound back outside. Goes into the corner. Gives it to Osborne. Osborne. Comes all the way under. Gives it to Duggar. Back out to Hubble. Over to Osborne. Osborne dribbles. Puts it up a shot. No good. Sherry Brown comes out with a rebound. Gives it to Sherry Cruz. Over to Dolores Dooley to Sherry Walker. 2:40 left in the third quarter. Waynesboro by 4. Kathy Cole holds outside. Gives it across to Walker. Over to Cole. Cole back to Walker. Over to Cole under the basket. Good. 39-33. Waynesboro by 6. They led it by 7 and 1 point. It's over to Hubble to Osborne. Osborne puts up a long one again. No good. Sherry Brown gets a rebound. Gives it down to Sherry Walker. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Walker goes all the way down, comes back out, gives it to Dooley. Dooley's shot is no good. Coming out with it is Brown. Down floor to Osborne. And let's take a word from our sponsor, Ed. It's over to Duggar to Hubble. A long one. Bounces, no good. Sherry Cruz with a rebound, and she is fouled by Osborne. First personal, second team foul. Sherry Cruz will give the ball in bounds. It's into Dolores Dooley. Dooley dribbles. Gives it to Sherry Cruz. Down to Susan Dooley. It's over to Sherry Walker. 1:27 left in the third quarter. It's over to Cole. Back to Walker. To Dooley. It's over to Cole. Cole back to Walker. Walker over to Dooley. And Waynesboro is going to run the clock down, play for one shot. They lead by 6. Or play for an open shot under the basket. And Cole held the ball too long. It was taken away, but Susan Dooley has gotten it back. And it's taken away from Susan Dooley by Brown. And this time it's down floor to Duggar. It's over to Hubble to Osborne. Osborne gives it to Duggar. To Osborne. Osborne a long one. Good. (39-35). Dooley over to Cole. Cole back to Dooley. Over to Cole. Back to Walker. 20 seconds. It's over to Dooley. It's under to Cole, under the basket, lost the ball. Dooley gets it back, gives it back to Walker with 10 seconds. Walker puts up a long one that's no good. Harwell gets the rebound, gives it down floor to Osborne, and it'll be a long shot, no good as the whistle blows. Waynesboro leads 39-35. We're ready to go. Fourth and final 7 minutes. Region 5 championship. And referee Roser is tipped out, and who has the ball? Harwell gives it to Duggar. I said Harwell. No, it was not Harwell. It was Wavon Smith who is back into the game. It's over to Osborne. Osborne gives it out to Hubble. Over to Duggar. To Osborne. Osborne's shot is good. 39-37. Cole gives it to Walker. Walker goes into the corner. Back out to Cole. Cole across to Walker. Under the basket. Way over. Cole gets the rebound. Puts it back up. It's over. Harwell comes out with it. Gets it down floor to Osborne. Osborne dribbles, gives it back out to Hubble. Hubble shoots from outside, no good. Dolores Dooley with the rebound to Sherry Cruz, to Sherry Brown, to Sherry Walker. Sherry to Sherry to Sherry. Walker dribbles outside, gives it off to Dooley. Dooley goes into the corner, has the ball slapped loose. Cole gets it. Cole gives it back out to Walker. Walker with a long shot, good. 41-37. Duggar gives it over to Hubble. And Thelma Osborne is caught pushing off for a second personal. It'll be Waynesboro's ball. Sherry Cruz will give it in bounds. Gives it into Dooley. Over to Cruz. Gets it to Sherry Brown. Down to Sherry Walker. Walker dribbles, goes to the head of the key, comes all the way across onto the side, puts up another long one, good. 43-37, 5 minutes, 15 seconds remaining to play. Waynesboro with a 6-point lead. Duggar with the ball, gives it to Osborne. Osborne gets the screen, comes all the way around. She's double teamed, gives it back to Hubble, over to Duggar. Back to Hubble. That's over to Osborne. Osborne's shot this time is good. And there's timeout on the floor. Let's take a word from our sponsor. We're ready to go. 4:54 remaining, 43-39 the score. Walker gets the ball from Cole. It's over to Dooley. Dooley back to Walker. Walker an outside one again. No good. Dooley gets the ball. Puts it back up. It's no good. Harwell comes out with a rebound. Gives it to Smith. Gets it down floor to Osborne. Osborne dribbles. Whistle. Sherry Cruz gets foul number 4. Second team foul in the half. Passes into Osborne. Osborne. Shot is no good. Sherry Cruz with the rebound. Gets it to Dolores Dooley. To Kathy Cole. Slapped back across. And it'll be Waynesboro's ball as Cindy Brown was across the timeline. Sherry Cruz will give it in bounds. And now they say no, it will be a forward to give it in. Cole gives it in to Walker. Walker holds, gives it back over to Cole. Cole dribbles, gives it back to Walker. Walker drives, almost lost the ball, and she did lose it. Carrying the ball. So Mary Ruth Harwell will now give it in for Culleoka, gives it in to Yvonne Smith. Smith is down floor to Osborne. And again, Culleoka wants timeout. We'll take a word from our sponsor. Culleoka has his starters back in now as he has moved Harwell back to the forward position. She has the ball. Dribbles. Gives it over to Hubble, to Osborne. Osborne's shot is no good. Hubble gets it. Gives it back to Osborne. Osborne an outside shot, no good. Sherry Cruz gets a rebound to Sherry Brown. Brown down floor to Dooley. Dooley over to Cole. To Walker. It's back to Dooley. Dooley goes all the way under the basket. Good. And she is fouled by number 21, Vicki Parrish. .45-39, Waynesboro by 6, and Susan can put it out to 7. Waynesboro has hit 3 out of 3 at the foul line thus far in the game. And she hits this one. 4 for 4. Long pass down floor to Osborne. Osborne dribbles, comes all the way down, gives it over to Hubble. It's over to Harwell. Harwell's shot is no good. Sherry Cruz gets the rebound and lost it out of bounds. She dribbled off her own foot. Osborne will give it inbounds. It's over to Harwell. It's to Osborne. Slapped out by Dolores Dooley. 3:17 remaining in the game. Harwell gives it in to Osborne. Osborne back over to Harwell. Harwell's shot is way over. Hubble gets the rebound. Gives it out to Osborne. Osborne turns, drives in. Shot is no good. Hubble will get the rebound this time. Gives it over to Harwell. Harwell back to Hubble. Hubble puts up a long one. No good. Sherry Brown gets the rebound. Gives it to Sherry Cruz. Cruz down to Cole. Cole over to Walker. 2:44 left. It's to Susan Dooley. Back over to Cole. Cole back to Walker to Dooley. Dooley turns. Gives it over to Cole. It's to Dooley under the basket. Good. 48-39. Waynesboro with a 9-point lead with 2:20 left in the ball game. Osborne, a long shot. No good. And coming out with it is Harwell, and Cruz gets fouled out. Foul number 5, and that will be all. And Sherry Cruz's father is going to be removed from the gym, looks like. And now Coach Buchanan will take time out, and we'll take a word from our sponsor. As the police has taken Terrell Cruz from the gym, and the Waynesboro spectators are very, very unhappy. On the foul line is Mary Ruth Harwell, and she hits the first. Makes it 42-48. The ball is slapped out of bounds. It'll be Waynesboro's ball. Walker gives it in to Dooley. Back to Walker. And the foul this time is on who? Yvonne Smith, foul number 5. It'll be a 1-and-1 now. And Sherry Walker will go to or Susan Dooley will go to the foul line. 6-point lead. As the basket a while ago was given to Harwell. And a free throw made it 48-42. Karen Warrington is in it forward. Kathy Cole has moved to the guard position now for Waynesboro. Susan Dooley on the line with 1-and-1, and she could put it out of reach, but she misses it, and it's rebounded out by number 33, Richardson, who gives it over to Parrish, gets it down floor to Harwell. Harwell gives it back over to Hubble, to Osborne, back to Hubble, to Harwell. Harwell turns, fires it, no good. Osborne puts it back up, no good. Sherry Brown gets the rebound. Gets it down floor to Dooley. Slap. Osborne gets it back. Reaches across the line. It's over to Howell. Out of bounds. Waynesboro's ball with 1:33 left in the ball game. Kathy Cole gets it to Sherry Brown, and she is fouled by Osborne. Foul number 3, and it'll be 1-and-1 again for Susan Dooley. She's hit 4 out of 5. Dooley on the foul line. Ooh, this one is no good. Coming out with it again is Richardson. Gets it down the floor and is almost intercepted, but it's crossed to Osborne. Osborne wanted to drive. She walked with the ball, but there's no whistle. Over to Hubble. To Osborne. Osborne another shot. No good. Coming out with it is Brown, and she's down on the floor. Harwell picks the ball up. It's over to Hubble. Back over to Harwell. To Hubble. To Osborne. Osborne shot is good. Dooley gets the foul. 48-44. 57 seconds left, and there's timeout. Let's take a word from our sponsor. Osborne can pull it within 3 with this free throw, and she does. 48-45. Kathy Cole gets it to Sherry Brown. Brown is double teamed, gets it to Sherry Walker. Walker over to Dooley. Dooley comes outside, gives it to Walker. Walker back over to Dooley. 37 seconds. It's back to Walker. Hands it off to Dooley. Whistle, foul is on Harwell, who has now moved back to the guard position. And Coach Buchanan takes timeout with 31 seconds remaining. Leads by 3. We're ready to go. 31 seconds showing on the clock. Susan Dooley on the foul line with 1 and 1. And this one is good. 49-45. Second shot is good. 50-45. And now there's another timeout. And let's take a word from our sponsor. We're ready to go with 31 seconds. Down with the ball is Brown. Gets it over to Osborne. Osborne dribbling. Puts a shot up, and it bounces off. And Harwell gets it. Hubble tries. No good. Osborne tries. Good. The clock is run down to 13 seconds. Susan Dooley lost the ball, and she is fouled by number 41, Cindy Brown, a first personal. 8 seconds left, and Susan Dooley will go to the foul line with 1 and 1. 50-47. Dooley can put it completely out of reach by hitting these two. This one is no good. Walker gets the rebound. Comes back outside, gives it to Dooley. Back over to Walker, and she is fouled again by, who is it this time? 33, Richardson. With 1 second left, Waynesboro has won this ball game. Waynesboro is the number 1 team in Region 5 small school play, and the game will be over with in 1 second. Dooley has a 1 and 1 at the foul line. A tremendous ball game by Waynesboro. It's 51-47, and Culleoka has just been defeated by Waynesboro, who everyone in the crowd, the stands, the coaches says it could not be done, but it has been done by a score of 52-47. Hey, make that 54-47. 54-47. And Phil Roser, the official, is having to be escorted from the gym as some of the Waynesboro spectators were after him. Terrell Cruz is back inside. He is running around and around. And now he goes back out. The Waynesboro fans all in the floor. There's more fans out on the floor than they are team members, and now Sherry Cruz runs and hugs her father at the other end of the floor. They're a happy ball team here tonight, as Waynesboro has defeated Culleoka by 7 points. every coach that we have talked to all during this week says that they could not. No team in this region could handle Culleoka, but they have. Waynesboro has defeated them 54-47, and we'll give you a rundown of the game in a moment.
Jerry Waynesboro was playing this ball game like they've been playing back through the season. It seemed like for a while they kind of got in a rut there and they wasn't playing the ball, but it seemed like tonight they come back and played the ball that they was playing back all during the regular season, and they made everything count and they didn't make too many mistakes, and they got the rebounds and did the job they're supposed to do.
That's right, Ed. During the tournament play, Waynesboro has not played as good a ball as they have during the regular season, but they certainly demonstrated it here tonight. All right, we'll give you the rundown of the game. First for Culleoka, it was Thelma Osborne hitting 16 field goals, 4 free throws for 36 points. Followed by Mary Ruth Harwell, 3 field goals, no free throw, and 7 points. Pam Hubble had 2 field goals and 4 points. Culleoka's totals: 21 field goals, 5 free throws, total of 47. They hit 5 of 7 at the foul line for 71%. And from the field, they hit 21 of 57 for 36%. For Waynesboro, it was Susan Dooley, 11 field goals, 8 free throws, and 30 points. Sherry Walker had 8 field goals and 16 points. Kathy Cole, 4 field goals and 8 points. Waynesboro's totals: 23 field goals, 8 free throws, total of 54. Hit 8 of 11 at the foul line for 72%, and 23 of 48 for 47% from the field. Ned, what about the turnovers and rebounds?
Well, they're pretty close on there. A little closer than the score was, Jerry. Culleoka turned the ball over 9 times while rebounding 30. Waynesboro turned the ball over 13 times while rebounding 30 times. They were even on rebounds for the ball game.
Even on rebounds for the ball game, but Culleoka losing the ball 9 times. Waynesboro lost it 13, but Waynesboro out shooting them from the field 47% to Culleoka's 36. Jim, you've been working with us the last 3 or 4 games, and we just targeted Waynesboro hasn't been playing this type of ball during any of the tournament games, but this is a type of ball that they played during the regular season in many, many games. What is that about the way you see it?
That's the way I see it, Jerry. I went to a couple games during the season, and they shot about 40 to 50% during the games during the regular season. When Collinwood defeated us the first time, I believe it kind of put a mental block on the girls, and they wasn't shooting too good, shooting 36, 37, 38%, things like that in the game. Tonight, they look just like a ball team that they are, a fantastic ball team, #1 ball club.
All right, they're the #1 in Region 5 anyway here tonight, as they put it on Culleoka 54-47. And Ed, we've been down in the coaches lounge quite a few times during the tournaments, and everyone has told us down there, all the coaches that go down there say that no one could handle Culleoka. They did tonight, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did. I had my doubts about how big as those girls was, whether Waynesboro could handle them on the shooting. I know Waynesboro could get their part of the points, but if they could just get the ball enough times, what they did tonight, they did it.
Right, they put it all together tonight, not making too many errors, hitting a good percentage, and winning the ball game and Region 5 tournament. And now they will go to Sub-State on Monday night. We do not know who they'll play yet, but we will find out as soon as possible and give it to you. So until Monday night, this is Jerry Warrington, the head